Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So I have a few things to let you guys know about. One is that Jack went back to the doctor today to get tested again for mono, which came back negative again still. And they are 90% sure now that he doesn't have mono. However, he's still running a fever. And he is, so the mono thing is he might not have it. They still can test it again in another 3 days. But I think I was telling you guys too, my cousin got tested for it like 3 or 4 times or something like that before they finally said yes, he did have it. And Jack's been tested now 2 or 3 times, I think. This might have been the 3rd time. And it's probably like he's probably in that time frame where it would start showing up. But he got tested and it was negative. And then my mom was concerned about him having possibly pneumonia, because I got pneumonia when I was little, and so my mom was just like, you know, that's something that obviously she has learned, you know, is a thing when he's coughing the way he's coughing, especially. So my mom was concerned about that and asked about that. So they did a chest x-ray, and they didn't find pneumonia. They found a little spot on one of his lungs, which was more than likely not pneumonia. They think it was just like an infected bronchial tube. So he does have like a chest infection, like a, you know, lung infection, but it's not pneumonia. And that he doesn't, like I said, doesn't have pneumonia, but it's probably that. So they switched his antibiotics now. They gave him an antibiotic that's supposed to be better for like chest congestion or like lungs and stuff like that. I don't know. And hopefully help him with that. And then some other stuff too again. But he might wind up getting tested again in another few days if this stuff doesn't start working or start helping, because he's literally been sick for like 3 weeks probably now, or going on 3 weeks. He got sick like around Thanksgiving time, and obviously the week of Thanksgiving, the first week of December, and now this is going on the 2nd week of December. And the thing is, he only has this week and next week left of school before he is on winter break. And he has finals though next week. So like if he was well enough to go back to school next week, which, you know, would kind of have to be a miracle because he's still running a fever. But even if he is, he would literally wind up going back to school when all the kids are taking their finals, which he's gonna have to have like, you know, a medical excused absence because he's been running a fever for 3 weeks almost. If he does wind up going back by next week, but like he won't be ready to take his finals because obviously they've learned stuff in the last 2 weeks that he hasn't been there for, and I doubt that they'll be studying for finals like, you know, this weekend. It's like, oh, you only missed 1 week of like learning. You know, like I doubt that. Like he's already, my mom was emailing like all of his teachers and his counselors and stuff like that, and like saying like, what do I need to do to get him to like get his stuff. And my mom is actually probably going to have to go to the high school and get his locker combination, unlock his locker so that she can get his stuff, because over Thanksgiving break, which was when he was, the last time he was at school, it was right before that, before he got sick, he ended up having, he didn't have any homework, so he didn't bring any of his binders or anything like that home. Like obviously, why would you carry that stuff home if you don't have to, right? Nobody thinks that they're going to be sick for, you know, until winter break. So he is yeah, he's my mom's gonna have to go and pick his stuff up, because he's like, oh, he has like a drawing assignment for his drawing class, I think, and stuff like that. So he has like none of that stuff. Like a sketchbook, I think's at school, although he has the sketchbook I bought him last year for Christmas. The one I think for school he left at school maybe or something, I don't know. But like all of his other binders for like all the other classes obviously he doesn't have, and whatever other work they were doing. The nice thing is that they've kind of moved up to a digital age, so they can like send him things through like, I don't know, Google Drive or whatever they use, you know, kind of thing. So they just like can send him the information. That's why they give them what are those called, Chromebooks, at the beginning of the year, so that if there is like an event where like Matthew had to do a few times, like a snowstorm or something like that, like they have a snow day, or like, you know, for weather or whatever, and there's a school cancellation, they send the kids their work through the computer to do for that day or whatever. So like Matthew's had to make that kind of stuff up before. So Jack might be able to do some of that stuff through the online, but like other things like that are physical, you know, things where he needs like binders, his binders for and stuff like that, obviously he has to go and get. So, but that stinks, and that's something that he's gonna have to get like sorted out and stuff. So, you know, and it stinks to be sick and then also on top of that have to do homework that you didn't learn in class. Like that would to me just be super confusing. Like to have not learned it and then have to learn it like on your own, or you know, have help with my mom's and dad's and, you know, mine or Matthew's help and stuff like that to try and teach him what he didn't learn over these last few weeks. But then also on Tuesday, or not Tuesday, today's Tuesday, on Thursday, Matthew is moving back home. I told you guys how he's moving out of his dorm and is going to move into his fraternity, but over winter break he has to move all of his stuff out, and then he can't move in until after winter break, so then he has to move all his stuff home and then bring it back to school, to the fraternity, when he moves in after break. So he's got to come home with all his stuff. So since he has to do that, me and my dad are going to go down. I think I was telling you guys, I didn't know when this was happening, but my dad asked me if I wanted to go with. So on Thursday we're going to go and pick up his stuff from his dorm, and we're going to take the SUV because he can't fit everything in the Bug. So well, that's why me and my dad are going to go and pick that up, and then Matthew will probably drive back separately in the Bug. You know, with some of the stuff probably, but it's going on Thursday as well, and then Matthew will be back for the rest of winter break. But I actually did get to a little bit of meal prep today. I did do a little bit of laundry. My dad actually did a load of dishes for me as well today, but I was able to get to some stuff. And then I was actually going to start doing some of the make the freezer dinners that I had for this week, and there was dirty dishes, stuff all over the stove, and I was like, I just need to eat something, because although I was hungry, I was like, I'll try and make these afterwards. So I think I'll get to it tomorrow because it's all pretty much cleaned up and sorted out, and you know, nothing's left places because it was just kind of messy from dinner and everything like that. So yeah, I was also up early this morning, guys. I got up at like 8 o'clock, which was nice, but I'm super tired now. I need to get to bed. So I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny pieces tomorrow. So bye, guys.